Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, once in a while we get a car that just stands out from the crowd. You know what, the truth of the matter is every car in this place stands out from the crowd. But this right here is at level 10 plus a couple extras because parked next to the other cars. This car here is pure, finite, sexy, handsome. I don't know what to call it, but other than, can you imagine it's circa 1961 and this car and this style is launched by Jaguar. Keep in mind what the cars looked like during 1961 through the late 50s. They're very boxy and things like that. Then this car hits the pavement and comes out and the world says, whoa. They sell every one of these that they can build. It's half the price of a Ferrari with the same performance. The cars get a little bigger in the 70s. They go through a Series 1, a Series 2, then this becomes a Series 3. And then you get this car right here, which is a 12-cylinder Roadster, right? So this car here, 40,900 original miles. So as we look around this car, it's been beautifully restored, but it's still 40,900 miles. You got the knockoff wire wheels, and this is the kind of stuff that you do when you restore a car properly. You go ahead and you put back on a set of the Dunlop Elite tires. You know, this is a tire that was out in 73. And then we also have a set in the back there. So a full set of those. Four-wheel disc brakes. A lot of people don't know, but the Jaguar disc brakes are actually inboard. So all you see is the wheel there, so it's pretty cool in the back. Fully independent rear suspension, so you got a four-wheel fully independent suspension. And as you walk around this car, man, it is just so good looking. And then what we had done here is we modified the exhaust by taking out the large center muffler. And now it just has the two smaller ones and it sounds really good. So hopefully you like it, but we can always put the center muffler back in if you want it. But I like the sound of it because it just makes this great 12-cylinder gurgle that was hushed up during the 70s. And anyway, so let's keep looking. Anyway, factory color Primrose paint, absolutely beautiful paint. I wanted to show you the quality of it. You can, you know, in the lighter color paint, sometimes it's hard to read everything, but check that out. You can read every word on there. It's like mirror finish on here. And as you walk around, it's just styling treatments that just look great. I mean, look how long, sexy, the great hips on the car. Those alloys there, those are knockoff alloys, so you don't see big lug nuts on the car. And it's just great, great looking. It's got a black canvas cloth top instead of a vinyl top. Just little touches like that. Connolly leather interior. A lot of people don't know, but the Connolly leather is a particular type of leather, and the cows are grown in a particular environment where they're actually safe from barbed wire and things like that to prevent nicks and scratches from getting on the hide. So the hides there are a grade above everything else that's out there, and they're selected by an artisan, and all he does is handle the hides. The carpets are not like regular cars out there. They're Wilton wool carpets. They're made in a factory of wool, and clearly that's why they're called Wilton wool. Anyway, sorry. But you know, some of the things that are actually kind of cool in here is, you know, this being a British car, it would have been right-hand drive, right? So as you walk around the car, you'll see it could easily swap the dash over, but silly things like the trunk release, for instance. The trunk release isn't over here. They left it over on that side because as a British car, you would have got out on the side and you would have pulled that handle. But they do offer two latches for the hoods. You just click those open like that. And then this right here is the mother load. It's almost 300 horsepower, V12. And look how detailed it is. You can see everything in here. Original stickers, this is original paint that's underneath here. Carburetors have been redone, runs and drives, I mean, beautifully. And you know what, when I start it for you, you'll get the whole thing why. This right here is actually kind of nice. We put this on a lot of cars. All you do is turn this a quarter turn, and it turns the power off to the car. And by doing that, the battery's fresh and ready for you, so when you're ready to drive it, you just come back out, turn that a quarter of a turn, and you're ready to roll. Go ahead and latch this down. All right, let's take a peek inside, because inside here is a gentleman's cockpit. You know, keep in mind, these are expensive cars for their time, and they have some great, great features in here. I love this thin wraparound windshield, the center post for that. Full gauges, and we're talking about Smith's gauges, so you get 160 mile-an-hour speedometer, 7,000 RPM tach, battery, oil, water, fuel, the clock. Even the clock works in this car, is how nicely restored it is and how beautiful it is. It's got cold air conditioning, which we didn't talk about, which makes for a really nice ride. In the hot summer days, the car runs all day with the AC on. And it's had the upgrades too. You know, that's one of the things that some people are concerned about is like, okay, this is a British car, it didn't have a great reputation for reliability. I would agree with that. But the owners didn't live with those niggling problems forever. What they've done is they've updated the weak components with modern parts. Although they look the same, there's a whole infrastructure that's supported these cars to make sure that they ran and drove reliably and effortlessly. But more importantly, this one is very original, down to the AM/FM radio. It even has, you just turn this collar like that, and it has telescopic steering wheel, full array of gauges. I mean, there's so many switches here. I think there's switches to turn on the switches. They're just cool. I don't think you can have too many switches, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, how about I start it for you so you can hear what it sounds like. This is another part of the car what I think is just super, super sexy. Like, check this out. Like, most cars have a trunk lid that comes down and it comes all the way to the bumper. They went ahead and made a body. Think how hard this and difficult this is to make. Circa 1960, we're talking 50 years ago, right? This is a styling treatment from the 50s, even though it's a 73. Anyway, so they cut out the trunk lid like this. What a beautiful piece. And then they went ahead, tapered it down, and look at the lines down the car, and then the 12 cylinders get this beautiful 4-tip exhaust. The 6 cylinders get a 2, the 12 cylinders get a 4. Backup lights here because they were required in the US. It's a bumper overrider, and you can take that off. Some people don't love that on there because it's, you know, a requirement circa 73. This piece and the front one, I wanted to leave it all stock for you. If you want us to take it off, we'll take it off, and it really cleans up the lines of the car a lot. Anyway, enough of my talking. Hopefully you like it, but let me just show you one last thing real quick before we end the video. Just wanted to show you the detail of the trunk. Beautifully detailed in here. Everything in here, this is so you can get to the power antenna. That's so you can get to the fuel filler door. And believe it or not, these pieces right here, which are wood, actually came that way from the factory. These wood pieces, I should take out the proper way. And check this out. This is really cool. Look at that. Another wire wheel in here. It's got the lead hammer to knock the wire wheels off. And you usually use the lead hammer is because it doesn't scar the chrome, because it's kind of a soft metal. It's bolted down properly. The fuel tank's right in here. Just a cool car. You know, it's hard to close up a video like this and say something about the car that you just can't say just by looking at it. And I don't know what to say other than, I mean, they're just fabulously handsome cars. The styling is amazing, and they've weathered the storm of styling changes over time. When this car drives down the street, nothing in the world looks like it. Even if you don't love cars, you have to stop and look at this car and go, wow, that is one beautiful car. Anyway, we're super proud to present this car. And I don't know why I keep saying super proud, but I am super proud of this one. Call us, 301-816-1000, and we'll tell you all about this V12 Jaguar.